Before we start the podcast, we want to take the time to say if you like us, please follow, like, comment on SoundCloud, comment on YouTube, subscribe, rate, and comment on iTunes. It really helps us out, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome to Anime Cherry Bomb, the #1 anime podcast among the living dead. I am the guy who always tunes in for Meryl, Aaron. Along with me is my zombie co-host, Jay. Jay, how's it going?
It's going good, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty excited to talk about this anime this week.
What anime is this?
And the anime we're doing this week is Sankarea Undying Love.
So do you want me to give the synopsis this time?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
It's been a while since I've gave the synopsis.
Exactly.
So Sankarea follows Chihiro, a zombie-obsessed high schooler who is only attracted to zombie girls, and Rhea, who by chance becomes a zombie herself, and their endeavors to keep her from rotting away and keeping her free from her overbearing father.
Yeah, pretty much. I really did enjoy the concept for the anime.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Very
yes, I really
idea.
like the original concept of it, and I really liked it invented its own zombie rules too. There's some
How like zombies don't stink.
there's some gripes I had with it, and I'll get to it a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
But like beyond that, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I like that they gave like you said, their own rules to zombies and such. It's very cool. It's like how Monster Musume gave like their own like ideas to like their monster girls and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Very similar.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So who do you like better? Do you like Sanka or Lady
No.
Sanka? Do you like Ray better, or do you like the Dullahan better? Oh no, or Zombina actually would be the
Oh yeah. Well,
the most
okay,
direct
if
comparison.
it was those two, I would pick Rhea.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I'd pick Zombina.
Oh, she's a little rude.
Mm.
All right, so Jay, you want me to hit up some facts?
Yeah, this is the first time that Aaron's done the facts.
Exactly. I had a real fun.
So I'm excited to hear his facts.
Okay, so Sankarea is a comedy, romance, supernatural horror anime written by Mitsuru Hattori. Their other works include Inu Neko Jump, Otogi no Machi no Reina, and Loveful. Have you heard of any of these?
No. Are those all mangas?
Yeah, these are all manga, but I chose this one because of the funny name.
Uh-huh.
But now that I've reread the synopsis, I actually do remember reading this.
Oh,
like,
so you actually
really
read this
young.
one?
Yeah. So a quick description of it is
which one was it?
Oh, so this is Otogi no Machi no Reina.
Okay.
So Reina Masaki is a normal girl in high school in a small town of Otogino.
Mm-hmm.
But lately she's been tormented by little hamster-like imps that greatly increase sexual desire.
What?
Yeah, they have been banished from the village long ago by a priest, but somehow they have returned and have taken interest in Reina. If that wasn't enough trouble, they're starting to spread. Reina has to find a way to get rid of them and have a normal life before she ends up sleeping with all the guys around her. So I'm pretty sure I have read this manga before. I'm pretty sure I've read all of it. I don't recall how it ended, but it sounds something like I would have read in the past.
It sounds like that's a pretty good idea for an anime as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can think of the Ichi hijinks that could happen.
Exactly. I want to know how those hamster things look.
I think they kind of look like hamsters, like
That's really
little
weird.
imps.
Out of all the things to make you like horny,
Yeah, exactly.
it's hamsters.
I think I'll show you a bit. They're kind of like dark hamsters. It looks kind of weird.
Okay.
So the manga was published in Boltetsu Shonen magazine from 2009 to 2014, and it ran alongside Attack on Titan, Flying Witch, Flowers of Evil, and Triple X Holic.
Oh wow, that's a
So
Attack on Titans and Triple X Holic came out the same
no,
year?
so
Or
Triple
or
X
published the
similar,
same.
yeah, similar magazine.
Okay.
So or not similar magazine, the same magazine.
Yeah.
So I think Attack on Titan started in '09 along with Flowers of Evil and Sankarea, and then Triple X Holic, which surprisingly to me, I think started in 2011.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason.
I thought it was older than that.
So maybe it might be older, and then they reran it,
Oh,
or
do you think
maybe it was
an anime
a Clamp
first?
anime and then became a manga.
Okay.
That I wasn't too sure because I was like, I don't want to dig too deep into,
Yeah, exactly.
Triple X Holic.
Diving into that hole.
Yeah. So the studio that produced it was Studio Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Things that we're familiar with is we did Konosuba,
Yeah.
and then also I don't think you brought this up before. So like Urusei Yatsura was also by Studio Dean, and I don't know that's Lum. I don't know if you know who Lum is.
No.
It's like the demon girl. She's like a demon girl from space. It's a very old school anime.
Really?
It's very, very famous. It's one of I want to say it's Rumiko Takahashi.
Mm.
I don't think it is, but it's one of like a really old school anime.
Like from the 80s or something?
Yeah, from like maybe even the 70s. I think it is.
Oh wow,
it's
that's super
really
old.
Yeah, it's really old. Along with Rama One Half,
Okay.
also by Studio Dean.
That's a big one.
Yeah. They also did Fruit Baskets. I know you brought that up before.
Yep.
Konosuba you brought up before. Or we did. Also they did Hitalia.
Italia Wars?
Yeah. I don't know, have you ever heard, do you know what Hitalia is?
That's the one where like each character is like a country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've seen
then-
parts of it.
And then very recently, so like I said, they did Konosuba. They also did an anime called Super Lovers. And I don't know if you know what
no,
that is.
I haven't heard of that
So
one.
Super Lovers is an anime that takes place in Canada.
Okay.
And is a yaoi anime
Oh, okay.
about really inappropriate yaoi love. Pretty intense yaoi from what I've heard. I've
Really?
never seen it. Yeah, but like
That's
it's
something we'd have to do sometime.
maybe. But yeah, Super Lover. I know it has a first season and a second season, so there's
Mhm.
a lot of material that is
Yeah.
out there.
Okay.
So it was directed by Mamoru. See, this is now strip me up. I always make fun of you for not saying them right. Mamoru Hatakeyama,
Okay.
and he also goes by the name Shinchi Omoda. Notable works: he started in hentai. He did a lot of weird old school hentai that like
Okay.
can't even like apply for today because it's just weird.
Like La Blue Girl or something like that?
Yeah, it's like on Genki Clinic. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
No.
It's really weird.
Is it that's I'm assuming it's like a doctor
Yeah.
thing related?
Yeah, it's a really weird doctor anime. He also did the storyboards in Takapo 2, Madoka, Hitalia, and Black Butler Book of Circus.
Okay.
And he directed Rosen Maiden and Showa Raku Go no Shinju.
Okay.
And
I think we've mentioned Rosen Maiden before.
Yeah, and Showa Gaku Ranku no Shinju
Mhm.
was actually one of Crunchyroll's Anime of the Year.
Oh, really?
Last year, or not last, but the year before. So I actually really find it fascinating that this guy got his his starts in hentai, and
Now he's getting awards.
now he's like
Yeah.
made one of the.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. But like that journey is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and like now he's directing. What also what's really funny is that he doesn't use the Hate Kayama name anymore. He uses Shinchi Omada
Okay.
for his directing stuff. So
What-
like,
is there a reason for that?
I don't think I didn't find a reason, but I'm assuming it's because if
Oh,
you
because
use his name, his name is associated with hentai.
Yeah.
But-
Okay.
But this name, the Shinji Omoda, was all his stuff that he directed. Like he
Okay.
had to direct, and all this storyboard was his old name.
Okay.
So he probably uses that was maybe his pen name,
Okay.
and then Shishiyamoto is his real name, or like vice versa.
Yeah.
But yeah, my biggest thing is probably just because he's trying to get away from the name that was in hentai, you know.
Yeah. Has the association.
Yeah. The music was done by Yukari Hashimoto. Notable things that she's done was Toradora, Golden Time, March Comes In with a Lion, and the ending theme for Moon Phase.
Okay.
Moon Phase's ending is really, really good.
I haven't seen Moon Phase, but I know of it.
Yeah.
It has that little girl in a pink dress and stuff.
Yeah, with the cat ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you feel about the music, Jay?
The
OST for Sankarea.
I actually really liked it. There's like a lot of nice piano pieces. Very moody music. Sometimes it's like sad. Sometimes it's a bit creepy. One of the songs, I think it might be like the main theme of the anime. It sounds kind of like you know those like toys that you get that you wind up. It's like they're kind of like acrylic things.
Yeah.
And like, or maybe like a music box.
Yeah.
Like something like that, but really creepy.
Yeah. I see that. They did a really good job mixing like horror.
Yeah.
With
like a kind of almost fantasy-ish.
Yeah. They did a really, really good job.
Mm-hmm.
The opening theme is Figment by Nanoripe. Notable things that they've done is The Devil's a Part-Timer opening and Humanity Has Declined its opening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like the visuals of the opening.
Yeah.
I really didn't like the song.
Yeah, the song, I feel like the ending theme is a lot more stronger.
Yeah, like if you were, I kind of don't like openings where you can't get a grasp of what the anime is about, unless like there's a lot of like comedy anime where you can't really guess what it's about, but that's also
like Mob Psycho or something. You can't really get what it's about through the opening, can you?
No, but I feel that it gets you into the mood to watch the anime. Like it gets your expectations to like I'm gonna see some weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To whereas like this anime, like I don't know, I don't really feel a connection with it.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, like the whole thing with like Babu becoming giant.
And then they're flying
and grabbing Ray from the grass.
Yeah, I think my favorite shot is them falling into the well.
Oh yeah, at the end, that's really cool.
That one was a really, really cool shot. Other than that, it's like a paint by the numbers opening.
Yeah.
Like have your character, not really character cards, but here, show your main cast, do what you got to do, and here's a little action sequence.
Make it a little bit fun, I guess.
Yeah, but overall, I did not enjoy the song. The ending is Above Your Hand by Annabelle.
Mm-hmm.
She did the opening for Clock Zero, which is an old PS2 game.
Oh, really?
And Future Diary. I think she did the opening for Future Diary.
That's an anime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like the nice quiet ending, and the visuals, although there aren't a lot, are like very like striking.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's in a bowling alley.
Yeah. I didn't realize there was a bowling alley in that hotel they're in.
Yeah.
Until like I think the second or third episode, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
They were in a bowling alley. I really enjoy how they colored the glass panes.
Oh yeah.
Where
when they show Chihiro like at the desk or wherever he was.
Yeah, and then just you see the stained glass shining behind him.
Yeah.
And I think there's even a shot of just the stained glass being illuminated. And it just looks very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like shots of her like laying in the lanes. And it's just like very peaceful, very quiet.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Very, very pretty.
I don't understand like the bowling reference, I guess. Because they do show like, I think at like one, it might have been the first episode or second episode, but I think either when he first sees her, a bowling ball appears like as if it was hitting a strike.
Yeah.
Like maybe it was like, oh, love at first sight kind of deal.
Maybe.
But I don't know if it was when he first saw her or when she first sent something to him or something like that.
Well, I know when it shows her at the end in the lanes, on the scoreboard on top is just a bunch of strikes.
Yeah.
So Yeah, maybe there's that reference,
Yeah. Okay.
but
A bunch of strikes is a turkey, though.
a turkey. It's 3 strikes. 3 strikes is a turkey. And then the multimedia, there was a light novel, there was a manga, and a little note. I don't know if we talked about this last week when I mentioned Sankarea, but there was the whole Funimation debacle.
Oh yeah, I think you mentioned.
I did mention it a little bit.
It a little bit.
To where they released the uncensored version, the censored version, and people threw a really big fit. So you could go and send your copy into Funimation, and they'd send you an uncensored copy back.
Yeah.
And watching the dub on Funimation's website, I feel it was still censored. There were some scenes that weren't uncensored.
Because the only like uncensored part that I remember was Branko in the bath.
Yeah, with her nipple shot.
Yeah.
And then there's also Rhea with her guts spilling out too.
Okay.
So like this is what made it weird.
Oh, that would be censored, right? Because it's very graphic. I guess.
It's graphic, but so there's the first episode or the third episode where she dies, and you can see her guts spilling out.
Yeah.
But then in the next episode, which is 4, it's censored. So I think that's like where the censored started back up again. And what I don't understand for this anime is, I think we can just slip into general now.
Okay.
Is that I don't feel like this needed any fan service or ichi in it.
No, it definitely
whatsoever.
Didn't. I don't think it adds anything to it.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, it's not really an ichi anime, so would you say it's like
no?
Ichi? Yeah, it's more about the story than the sexual tension or situation.
Yeah, that's why there's some anime I never get like why Soul Eater. Why did there have to be that fan service in the beginning just for them to like abandon it? Like you can fan service doesn't add anything usually, but like this fan service, it wasn't really even like titillating or anything.
Yeah,
I mean, there's moments you can see where it could have been uncensored, and maybe it was, and I was watching the censored version.
Yeah, exactly.
But
that's what I was thinking too. Is like maybe I'm watching the censored version. I don't know, because I feel like there's probably some sort of nipple shot when Rhea was in the shower and the grandpa walked in on her.
Just like weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or any shots of when after she goes through rigor mortis. Like you would think there'd be some kind of like nude shots.
Yeah.
Especially like the way that she's like laying there. Like you would assume there's some ichi shots in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would have been way better if they weren't even in there to begin with.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
And another thing, so we were talking about zombie rules before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever read the Zombie Survival Guide.
No.
And I read it way back in high school, and there's some really neat facts. I mean, for his zombie lore, but it makes a lot of sense to overall zombie lore. Like, how come you never see a running zombie? Why aren't there running zombies? Do you know?
Because of the rigor mortis?
No. So, when you, especially like how zombies, like, they don't really walk. They like shuffle.
They shuffle, yeah.
It's because when you run or like lift up your feet, your tendons tear, and they rebuild. But if you're dead, your muscles don't come back.
Oh, okay.
So eventually, all your muscles tear, and that's why they shuffle, because that's all they can do. They can't lift. They can't use their calves anymore, and eventually, all their muscles just die out, and then they have to crawl. But then eventually, those muscles give out, and then they're just
their head moving.
Yeah, they can't move. So, like her walking around and like her running and stuff, like that kind of like irked me, because I was like, I guess like, you know, when you make your own fiction, you can choose where you're plucking your own fiction's rules from.
Yeah.
But like the idea of like a running zombie is all like you never see it anymore or anytime really.
Is super strength like a zombie lore thing?
Yeah. So like they said, like the limiters.
Yeah.
There's no limiters on your brain anymore to tell your muscles to stop, because everyone has more strength than they have, but your brain tells your muscles to stop because they're gonna
hurt yourself.
yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself. So that's why she has that, all of her super strength. Yeah, even though those was kind of bones to pick, I guess I'm being a little bit
Nitpicky.
yeah, nitpicky here. I also didn't. I kind of liked the pace of it being really slow.
Yeah.
Like there's like 3 episodes without Rhea in them, and they're like all in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Where like it's him just trying to solve the Rick and Mortis issue.
Yeah. I mean, Rhea is in it, but she's not prominent.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like I kind of liked it, but like when your titular character isn't in your anime, especially for that long, like I don't know. I kind of have an issue with it. Oh, I really also enjoyed the Shaun of the Dead reference in there
At the beginning.
Yeah, at the early beginning. I greatly appreciated that. All the horror references are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like Marrow's name comes from George Romero.
Yeah, I read that.
And then Chihiro's name comes from a Japanese horror guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that
cool.
was one of the endings. Marrow says that it comes from a Japanese horror director.
That's cool.
Yeah. Do you have any general things you want to hit on?
Well, not really. Like, nothing too crazy. Just I didn't really like the whole him recording the Rhea.
Yeah. So
it's kind of voyeurish, and I didn't really enjoy that.
So I really thought they were gonna do something with that because she's been, tortured by her dad. By like all these pictures being taken of her, and that's why she doesn't not because
videos
she's shy.
Like the next step.
Yeah, like I thought she was gonna tell him like I don't like this, like stop, instead of being like, oh no, stop. You like I thought it was really gonna be like a scarring thing for her.
Okay.
And I don't know. I also didn't like how like Chihiro became all like weirdly pervy in points too.
Yeah.
Like it didn't need it, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Whatsoever.
Didn't need it.
Yeah, but that scene kind of bugged me just because, like, he doesn't know what kind of trauma she's been through.
Yeah.
But the audience knows
mm-hmm.
what, fucked up shit happened to her. And for him just to be doing that to her for his own, like, pleasures is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready to jump into some topics?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so art and cinematography, Jay.
The art is, I like the character designs.
Your character designs are really, really good. I think everybody's well designed.
Yeah, everybody's pretty unique.
Yeah.
Another thing that I really like is Chihiro's room with all the knickknacks and all that stuff. It's really nice. Nice looking.
The one problem I do have with the art of this anime is the backgrounds.
Okay.
I felt like.
Oh yeah, I've mentioned this to you.
Yeah, like the live action backgrounds.
Yeah, it's like really super. Is it photos?
Yeah, some of them are just look straight like photos.
Yeah.
Like, but they're never background shots. They're always. I should rephrase it. It's more foreground shots.
Yeah.
Because like there's no characters in front of them. But they'll flash to something, and it's like a picture.
Yeah. I even texted you one of like Chihiro's friend and the sky behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like really like it's hard not to see it.
Like it's super weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, everyone's character designs are really good.
Yeah.
The art I really like, especially like in the ending. I said like the colors, the lights.
Yeah.
The lighting effects are really, really good.
Mm-hmm. One of the cinematography things that I really like was when I think it was their first walk at night, and they're like at under a bridge or like some sort of underpass, and you could see the reflection of the water on the wall. It was actually really nice.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was like you could see it running and it's like glittering. It's really cool.
So one of my favorite shots is in episode 2, where oh no, I sorry, I sometimes I put vague stuff in my notes. And I'm like, what? And I finished this anime like on Monday, so
You finished it in one day?
yeah, I watched it all on basically Sunday and Monday. One of my favorite scenes is Rhea's talking to her dad in his study,
Oh yeah.
and it's from the dad's, kind of like the camera's like over the dad's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So you see like Sanka's face as she's pleading, but in the corner there's a mirror, and you can see the dad's face.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like it's a really cool. I think it's a really cool angle to like see both of their faces without having to shuffle.
Yeah,
like,
back and forth. Yeah.
And like you can see like her pleading face and like in the dad's like stern look, like, oh wow, well,
Yeah.
you.
So it's like, kind of like a shot from like Haru Masuko, Wandering Sun.
Yeah.
That laptop shot that I talked about in that episode.
So what I found was really funny. It was like in the first 6 episodes, I was like, yo, we have a contender for some of the best cinematography.
Yeah.
There's some really, really dope shots.
Mhm.
I have a bunch of them written down.
Yeah, I have one more.
And then it goes away.
Yeah, probably something with the budget happened, like some sort of expense happened, and they
I
had to do a bit of cutting.
They should have, like, I feel like how Wandering Sun does it is, well, obviously they had a bunch of money because you can look at the art style.
Yeah.
But it's spaced out. A lot of it's like, oh, here's one cool shot per episode.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 cool shots.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of it's just like imagery. Like that doesn't need
Yeah.
camera movement.
And a lot of Haru Masuko it wasn't even really like how it was like how it was framed made it look nice, and
Yeah.
and it wasn't really the art style that much.
Yeah, exactly. I also have here, I really liked it was the female symbols across the river. So when they're looking at Asanka Academy,
Oh yeah.
and all they see is the symbols,
the girl symbols. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, that was really, really funny. I also, I guess this is what it means, like the rainy day dress scream. So I'm pretty sure that's when she's yelling into the well.
Okay, yeah.
I really like how that scene is like shot,
Mm-hmm.
kind of voyeurish.
Don't they? Isn't there like a shot of her like we only see her face and like nothingness?
Yeah,
And
like you're looking up from the well.
bottom of the well.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was interesting.
really, really strong.
One another one that I like, I think it was in episode 4. It was like the first day that that Rhea was a zombie, and she was like alone in Chihiro's room, and you see like this nice reflection shot from the TV, and her just like sitting, like holding her knees or something like that.
Yeah,
It was a really nice shot, and you get to see like Chihiro's room and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
and you get a real sense of like her aloneness during that time, like she can't go out because she doesn't know what's gonna happen.
I also like the really like the reversed roles of like now he's like her dad, trying to keep her away from everybody.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that the kind of reason why I don't like it, because they end up going heavy hand with it, because like he's like, oh, I'm like her dad or whatever. If it was more like he just realizes it and left it up to the audience to think about it,
Yeah.
I think it'd be a little bit more better.
Okay.
But they do mention it. I really like the fact that episode 2 really made me despise the sound of a camera shutter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like they keep on playing the sound of the shuttering camera,
Yeah.
and it even comes back later on when her stepmom's telling her story, and you can hear the flashes of the bulb as she's telling like how disgusted she is with him.
Yeah.
And it just made me really tense, because even that scene of him like taking pictures of her is really freaking creepy and like disgusting. And that's how like that imagery like got associated with a camera shutter sound with me through the anime. Really, really strong. I should have mentioned it earlier in general, but this has like one of the strongest villain setups, I feel.
Yeah.
and like it gets you to really hate the dad.
Yeah, exactly. I
Really
wrote
fast.
that. Mm-hmm.
And it really reminded me almost exactly where like scene for scene with Speed Graphers. Because like it's almost like bare bones stripped down. It's the same exact scene.
Mm-hmm.
And like even you told me you're like, oh, I was waiting for her to show up to school with her empty bento box.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, and I wouldn't put it past her stepmom to do.
Yeah.
Except for her stepmom probably doesn't even cook or clean now that she's not a maid anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Um.
Apparently, she doesn't even eat that much either because she keeps refusing food.
Yeah, exactly.
During the OVAs.
Another cool shot is Rhea's friends, her family nameplate. It goes dark. So after the family, her friend tells her like, "Oh, you should stand up to your dad," and then she's like, "Oh, I knew after I talked to my dad, they weren't gonna be here for long or something like that." And it cuts to the outside of the house where the nameplate is lit up, and then it just goes dark, and that's when it's like the turn of, like, oh no, now they're being, their dad got fired and disgraced from his job.
No, I thought he moved or something like that.
Well, he lost his job, so they had to move somewhere cheaper. And she had to get rid of her cat, sadly.
Oh yeah, because the new place was strict.
Yeah,
that's more heartbreaking.
Exactly.
Than looking up at the half moon.
Ooh, another one is during that whole episode, she says the line in the dub. She says, "If I can't be reincarnated," and she repeats that line over and over again, like, how she wants to be reincarnated. And she never finishes the quote until the end of the episode, where she's like, "Oh, if I, so if I can't be reincarnated, then I'd rather just die."
Yeah, exactly.
And just like that relief of like the ending of that quote, like you've been hearing this half quote the whole episode, and then finally it just ends. It's like it ends as the episode ends. Is like really a really strong shot. Yeah. I feel,
and that's when she takes the poison, right? Is that when it happens?
I think so.
Okay.
And it's really sad, like, because you see how much crap she goes through.
Yeah, how oppressed she is.
Yeah, and like just how she's like, I always thought everybody had dark secrets, but like it's just her.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, a really funny shot I enjoyed was when they're trying to get is it Babu? Babu, right? Babu is the name of the cat. They're trying to get Babu out of the tree, and Ronco is like, "Yeah, we're like, what's wrong with your brother and all this his zombie stuff?"
Yeah,
and then Meryl goes like, "Oh, I have no idea where he gets it from." And then like she's like basically throwing him under the bus. It's flashing pictures of her dressed as a ghost because like she's really into ghosts. And then she's like, "Yeah, I have no idea. He's like the black sheep. Everyone else is like normal." Like that was like a really strong, just like, no, I don't think so. Like it's not just him who's weird.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I have, which is pretty cool, before Rhea dies, and before it starts to rain, how the lighting changes from the clouds moving in the sky.
Oh yeah.
So like you can see like on her dad, like the light on his face, and then it gradually disappears from the clouds, but then it comes back because the clouds are passing.
Yeah,
it gets still patchy. I really just like that little attention to detail.
Yeah, that's really cool
in that scene. Do you have any other things you want to say before we move on?
Another thing that I just thought of was like when Babu first got ran over and they buried him, and then that shot of the backs of Chihiro and Mero, and then like Mero asking if would this be a good time? Would this be a good time to cry?
I know as temple kids that we're not supposed to cry, but this is a good time. I was like, I really like that they didn't show her crying too. Yeah. It's like the assumption of her crying was even stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
That scene sadder than Under the Half Moon.
Looking up at the half moon.
Yeah. All right. So favorite characters. Who do you have? As
I pretty much wrote everybody that like all the main cast. I really like Rhea. Rhea's very cute.
Yeah, I have her on mine too. She's a cute character.
Mm-hmm.
I love her voice actress.
Yeah, I love like the juxtaposition of like this rich girl being a zombie
Yeah,
and
right.
like not really knowing what she had like no interest in zombies before she met Chihiro.
And of course, it's kind of like she didn't know what living was until she was dead.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, I really like. I was like, it's really cheesy
Mm-hmm.
sentiment. Like you said. Oh, I also have the Chihiro
Yeah,
on
Chihiro.
mine.
I get like this Kazuma kind of vibe from him sometimes
Yeah,
because of like his backhanded comments, like when he was with who is he with?
with Ronco maybe.
No, it was.
There's a lot
it
of
was
stuff
one
with Ronco where he's like, Ronco would say something to him, and then he'd be like, "Yeah, but you're ugly."
Mhm.
Or
I think it was when I think it was in the OVA when the mom was a little girl and like he says like, "Oh, what if I like sleep with you or something like that?" And then he was like, "Oh, just kidding. I wouldn't do that." Or something. He said something like that.
yeah, I do feel it. I just feel that his character's like in the wrong anime almost. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, he's like one of my favorite characters, but I feel like he was like out of place. I don't know if it was just because of the dub writing or the writing in general,
Okay.
but I don't know. Like this, like I said, some things that he did that didn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
That were just so you get like some pervy shots or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's some parts of his character that just doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, that's why I get like this kind of Cosmo vibe because he is kind of a little bit douchey, but just not as much as Cosmo.
Well, Cosma, yeah, exactly. Like Cosmo's like full douche.
Yeah.
I also have Marrow as mine.
Yeah.
But not so much in the anime. A lot of the ending scenes, the recap episodes,
yeah.
made me really want more of her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
You kept
jumping-
coming. You kept coming from Marrow.
yeah, exactly. I was like, maybe this episode will be more Meryl centric and she wouldn't be in it. And then that's why she and her friends are also on my most underused.
Oh, okay.
Because I really would want more. I want more Meryl
Yeah.
in there.
I really like her pajamas.
Yeah, her ghost pajamas.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then also have for mine, I really like the plight of Rhea's mom, her stepmom.
Okay.
I really enjoyed her backstory and like she's just like she wants attention
Yeah.
and her
I
husband
feel bad for her.
Yeah, exactly. She out of almost everybody, like Rhea and her mom, I feel get like the most sympathy from me.
Yeah, exactly.
But even though like it was like kind of like a monkey paw wish. I don't know if you know that
No.
term. So like the thing is like if you make a wish on a monkey paw, like you get your wish granted, but it's like the opposite.
Oh, okay.
So like, if I wish for like money, I'll get money, but like I'll lose all my family and my friends
Oh, okay.
while getting it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, like you get the thing, but it's undesired consequences.
Yeah.
So like she wanted the Rhea's dad to fall in love with her and get married, and she eventually did get it, but then
There's no love.
there's no love in it, and that's what she kind of wanted.
Yeah.
Or at least attention, not even love, just like attention from
Yeah,
him.
exactly. Because he straight up ignores her like the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. And even she says like, "Oh, we haven't, had sex
Mm-hmm.
like ever."
Yeah. And like, oh, we should go on vacation. Okay. We should go tell Rhea that we're going on vacation. Oh, she's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty messed up.
Do you have any other characters you want to talk about before we move on to least?
I like Ranko.
Ronco, yeah, I have her as one of my
Least
least favorite characters.
I actually like her as a I'd rather have her get with Chihiro than the zombie girl.
Well, that's probably what's gonna. I mean, that's my feeling of it. Is like in
That'll
the end,
eventually happen.
Yeah, like Rhea can't sustain her body
Mm-hmm.
any longer, and they have to put her down.
Yeah.
Like that's why you understand. The dad was like, "We got to find a cure."
Yeah.
It's like finding a cure for death.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't know if it's ever gonna happen.
I mean, she's already experiencing rigor mortis, and
it's like her body's like too far gone. Like, what do you do? Like her, like even if you manage to reverse the zombification process,
yeah, her stomach's open.
like, yeah, but like her stomach's open, her like organs are probably all
Messed
gone.
up. Yeah.
Her brain's gonna be far gone by then.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, I don't know. Like, is there even a reason to bring her back from there? I wouldn't think so either.
Yeah.
Like, eventually she has to be put down. Oh, which is really
really sad. Yeah.
But going back to Ronco, I don't know. I really didn't see her as anything really special. Like, all she was like, oh, I'm a love rival.
Yeah.
And like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really particularly like the reason why she fell in love with him and all that stuff.
Like she defended him and stuff.
Well,
like that?
there's a theory going out there that he was actually trying to protect the DVD she was holding.
Maybe.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, it sounds like something like he might do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I personally just didn't like her.
Okay.
And then her voice actor, I like her voice actor, but I don't know. She has like hit or miss roles, and I think this was like a miss.
Okay.
So I didn't really enjoy her.
Yeah, I just really thought she was cute, and I don't know.
Yeah, she's cute. She is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like, I didn't really like her.
Yeah.
And then my other least favorite character is Rhea's dad.
Yeah, but that's like a given.
But like even like in Speed Graphers, right?
Yeah.
Like her mom, the mom in Speed Graphers, like she was like vile, but she was a good villain, I feel. So that's why she was like in my favorite characters. This guy like started off strong, but this just got weird and like like I didn't want to see any of them.
Yeah.
After a point. And I don't feel like he was introduced as a really good antagonist, and then just like
it just ends up being weird and creepy.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the really weird in his fencing room, he has that big old picture.
Big picture. Yeah, that's really weird.
Like, they did a really good job making him like really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Just that I don't know. I ended up being like, just get rid of this guy.
Just stab him already.
Exactly. And then, like I said, like Meryl and her friends, most underrated.
Yeah, for me, the most underutilized was Rhea's mom. I would have liked to see more of her.
Yeah, more of her would have been really cool. But I would
like to see more of her as an antagonist, like her messing around with Rhea and Chihiro.
That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause she's like the only one who would really like mess with them now, especially now. All right, so favorite episodes. What do you got for favorite episodes?
All right, so I have that Ranko episode 7, Childhood Friends.
So actually, that scene does have really one of my favorite cinematography shots. It's when Ranko is they're walking somewhere, and then she starts thinking about the past.
Yeah.
And then she sees she sees the two kids across the way, and like seeing those two kids play is what knocks her into the flashback.
Yeah.
Like, at first I thought it was like a really cool flashback of like she's seeing like replaying the memory in her head, but like outer body like starting, and then hit to it. But it was just more of she saw those kids playing, and then it reminded her of him or her and Chihiro.
Yeah.
So that was a really, really cool shot.
Mm-hmm. I just enjoyed the episode for like the backstory. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was cool. I have it was successful. That's the second episode.
Episode 2, yeah.
Episode 2. Really, really strong episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it reminded me a lot of Speed Graphers episode 2, which is the really strong setup and It's really good. Probably one of the faster paced episodes.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happens in that one.
Yeah, really, really good.
And it all leads up to her dying, right? Like,
Or her. I think it's her drinking the poison.
Yeah, her drinking the poison. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
For me, I have episode 8. This is the episode where they go to the mall. You have that as a least?
No, that's episode 9.
8. No.
Are you
8.
sure?
Yeah, it's episode 8.
Because episode 10 is the Marrow episode.
No,
and
that's episode 9. Is
the Marrow episode? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Did you miss an episode?
No.
How many episodes are in this anime?
12.
It's 13.
There's one OVA that's counted as 13.
13. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's 3 OVAs.
Okay, I'll trust you. I mean, you're probably looking at the list right now, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Wow. Why can I? Maybe I missed an episode.
Maybe it was maybe it's because you're counting episode 00 where the smudge part, smudge in the book episode. Maybe you're counting that as the first episode.
I don't know. Anyway, we're mincing numbers, but
yeah, whatever. Well, it's called what is it called? Counterfeit Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good strong name for an episode.
Yeah. I really like that episode, mostly because of I think that's like the most comedy centric episode because of the whole Chihiro's friend, like
I hate that guy. He should have been on one of the worst characters. And his friend, the glasses friend, I really liked.
You like him
really
more?
liked him, yeah. But yeah, sorry, the one you were saying.
So yeah, subverting expectations. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I
really don't really like how pushy the friend is in that scene.
Oh yeah.
Where he's like,
I guess so,
pulling her along,
like forcing her outside, even though like she's saying like, no, I don't really like going outside.
Yeah, exactly.
But he does make it a little bit funny, and the henchmen were pretty funny as well.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And I also have another episode on here, but I now forget what it was about. So I don't know if I can really be my favorite episode.
What was the episode called?
Strong Feelings.
Strong Feelings?
Yeah.
That's episode 10. This is like the climax after.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I was saying, so Strong Feelings is that's the one about learning what the stepmom's backstory is.
Yeah.
And just like how tragic it is, and like her learning about how the dad's like almost basically like a weird pedophile.
Yeah, exactly. And they finally reveal to Chihiro like the extent of the abuse that Rhea has been going through.
Yeah, exactly. Like he finds out like for real.
Yeah.
Really, really strong episode actually. I felt that one was. There was also that weird part in that episode where Rhea comes back home and they tie her. I think actually it might be in 11. They tie her in the basement. No, it was 10. They tie her in the basement and like they're just changing her clothes. And also another weird non-Ichi thing.
Oh yeah, that was a weird part. It's very out of place.
That and then like her running upstairs in the bunny outfit.
Oh yeah.
For that whole last scene.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's so stupid.
Exactly. It's
it wasn't
really
needed.
Dumb. Exactly. And I know you're about to talk about this episode too. The episode 9, right? The A Mother's Hand.
Yeah, another cool episode.
All
Very
right.
change of pace.
Okay. I also like the fact that like Marrow talks about in the first part of the episode.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh yeah, I know that the last episode was
a cliffhanger.
Was a cliffhanger, but here's a palate cleanser before you go into the big action."
Yeah.
And I actually do really appreciate that one. Like we do get a palate cleanser before we go in. So that being an episode, I was really excited for that episode, and then it kind of it gave me what I wanted, just not as strong as I wanted it.
Yeah, you wanted more Marrow.
More
right?
Marrow, yeah. And I really want more of her and her friends, and I feel like that episode doesn't really give it super justice.
Yeah.
And
I feel you on that one.
But it's a really fun episode.
Yeah.
Like the alligator. And like they're asking like why she was sick, and she's like, "Oh, because I ate that raw liver." I was like, that's pretty dumb, but okay.
And then the garbage ramen smell, whatever it was,
Yeah.
the stinky smell.
Yeah. Whoa. Is this the ramen?
Yeah.
And then just like she's like, oh, here, this is what a zombie looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So I also don't get that consistency either, where she's like, in that episode, it seems like she already knows she's a zombie.
Yeah.
But then like later on, she's like skeptical.
Yeah, she doesn't like fully believe him.
Yeah, but that episode makes me believe her.
Yeah.
Fully believe her.
Yeah.
Fully believe her.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, we have a zombie at our house, and then like her friend freaks out.
Yeah. I also like that little fact or little tidbit that their mom could have been a zombie
Oh
at
yeah.
one point.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really strong.
Yeah, with the whole hand thing.
Yeah. That's why like the episode's named like a mother's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like how like dumb it is of like she's like, oh, let me feel your temperature. She's like, oh, I'm a zombie. I can't feel your temperature. Like really, really dumb scene.
Yeah, exactly.
One
thing that I found kind of, I mean, they did tell you beforehand that warn you that it was like a change of pace from the previous episode, but I found that kind of like it. I guess I must have missed it at the beginning. And I thought I skipped an episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, what the hell's going on? Why are they showing this all of a sudden?
You're like, why is this episode out of place?
Yeah, it felt really out of place, and I felt like if I was watching this like as it was premiering, that'd be like even more annoying.
Yeah.
Because like I want to know what happened.
What happened exactly? I was gonna say like I feel that most people who watch it would have been like, oh, like what's happening? Why can't I see? I've been waiting for this all week, and now it's this.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel that pain.
Yeah, it really feels like an OVA.
Yeah, it does actually. Like, yeah, like cause like it's like in a weird time space like before this even happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, really weird. And then one of my least favorite episodes is I was still talking about like how we should probably eliminate certain episodes from being on worst episodes.
Okay.
Because I think it's always gonna be on a worst episode is the clip show.
Okay.
And that's what the OVA is basically, essentially. It's just like, oh, here's a recap of what happened in the series.
Yeah, exactly.
And like 2 or 3 new scenes. And I was like, was a waste of my time. I felt like it was like a really waste of my time. And then even a bigger waste of my time when it got to the end where like, oh, here's this really cool character. Maybe we'll get to see him. Nope. Like, oh,
which OVA was that?
That's the last OVA. The last OVA is with Babu.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then you see the really dope looking chick who has like the hawk on her shoulder or the owl on her shoulder. And like she's like a zombie expert.
Yeah.
Going to go study Rhea. And she's like, "Oh, what things are you gonna have for me to discover, Doctor?" And like, and then it just like ends, and then we never like. I guess I can go pick up the manga, and see who she really is. But I hate when anime does that. It really like irks me when it's like, oh, here's something really cool for season 2, and then like season 2 never gets here.
Yeah.
I guess at that point they're trying to sell the manga, like, oh, come.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if we don't get a second season, at least they'll go and read the manga to see what
what happens. Yeah.
What's one of your least favorite episodes?
The one that I picked was just like a fill in the blank kind of thing. I picked episode 4, A Normal Girl.
Oh, okay.
I think this is the episode where this episode actually has my favorite shot of like the TV reflection shot that I was talking about. But other than that, it's like nothing really happens. It's like Chihiro like does something with Ranko.
Is that the episode where the rigor mortis happens?
Yeah, it happens like towards the end.
Yeah.
And Rhea takes a shower, and that's about it.
Yeah, nothing really
crazy happens.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing really moves the plot along in that episode, except for
the rigor mortis.
The rigor mortis at the end. Yeah.
So that's all I really have. Do you have another least favorite?
No. Well, I did mention the Ronco episode.
Yeah.
just because I don't really like Ronco and I don't really care.
About her childhood.
Yeah, or you don't
Okay.
care about her incest. I think that's what threw me off the most. Is just like I really don't like incest in anime,
Mm-hmm.
and especially when it's played up romantically. Like if it's played up as a joke, like okay, I kind of find it funny, but it's not a joke. It's like it's a for real
Crime.
for real love, you know? Like watching anime and like being discussed about incest is like you almost can't
Avoid it.
you can't avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna happen in a lot of anime.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Whether it be like a little sister, a big brother,
yeah,
or I don't know, your mom.
exactly. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any final thoughts before we
This,
wrap up?
this anime was good. It was okay watch. I liked it. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was fun. It's actually been on my list for like a while.
Yeah, I have one that's been on my list since like the beginning, and I
Yeah.
haven't picked it yet because it's so long.
Well, this one's been on my watch list for years, and like finally I got into it. Like,
Oh, so was this your first time watching it?
yeah, this is my first time watching it.
Really?
This is a clean watch.
What the heck? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So that's mainly why I really want to do this podcast. Like, Summer Flamenco was on my list for for years, and like this was on my thing for years because I knew about it. Because during the same time it was on, Mysterious Girlfriend X
Okay.
was playing,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I mentioned it last week, but I remember watching this essay this guy posted about how like weird anime fetishes are getting like out of control.
Yeah.
So like this one was like the zombie fetish,
Yeah.
and like MGX is about the saliva fetish, drool fetish,
Yeah.
and I think it's calmed down. Maybe it's calmed down. I'm not paying as much attention, but like weird fetish anime
Mm-hmm.
isn't really a thing anymore.
Yeah.
It could be.
Well,
and
not at the moment.
yeah.
Maybe
exactly.
next season.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm finally glad I got to take it off my list.
Yeah.
Now it's something like I'm like, maybe I'll watch it, and then now I don't. But now I've seen it, so cross it off.
Yeah. Cross it off the list.
the
It was,
bucket
and
list.
it was pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So accessibility. The Ichi scenes are like I think a far in between.
Yeah.
But if you can find those objective, I could see that. There might be like it's like a trigger warning.
Yeah.
For the weird,
Dad.
the dad scenes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like her abuse is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's what I don't like too. Like they play off her abuse like really fast too.
Yeah.
Like it's only really sad for that episode, and then like whenever she brings it up, but it's almost treated as a side thing, and I think it should be more of her character.
Yeah.
Like it should have it should have affected her more than it did, I guess.
Like you think it would have been
It
better
should
if
have
she was
been,
like
yeah.
a more of a recluse kind
yeah,
of thing.
exactly.
Okay. I guess that could have worked. But going back to accessibility, there is like a lot of like shower scenes or bath scenes.
Yeah. Gore.
Oh,
not a lot of gore, but
That's if you watch the uncensored
yeah.
version, though.
If you're squeamish of needles and stuff, there's some like sewing,
Oh yeah, there's some sewing in there.
some patching up.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. It's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not like Monster Musume or something like that.
No. I think the only place you can watch it right now is Funimation. It might be on Netflix. I don't think so, but
Yeah, I haven't checked.
haven't
You
checked
can
either.
watch some of the OVAs on YouTube, but who knows how long they'll be up there.
yeah, exactly. I would also imagine Sankarea would have been on YouTube because there's a time like you can go watch Soul Eater right now. Like all of Soul Eater subbed on YouTube from Funimation's channel.
Yeah.
Like they've just posted all of them. Like
Yeah, they used to do that.
now they don't as much.
Mhm.
I don't think they don't at all anymore.
Yeah, it's just like teasers now, I think.
Yeah.
Or clips.
I remember that too. Like back in the day, like oh my god, they're just uploading
Yeah, a
like
bunch
anime.
of stuff.
Like
Yeah,
full
that's how I watched like
episodes.
Sekirei. That's how I watched
I think it's down. Like you can't even watch them anymore on the YouTube channel because they don't own the rights anymore.
Yeah.
That's why it's gonna be rough to try to find them.
Yeah, exactly. I know Sankarea is like on Hulu or something like that.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know because who owns it?
Oh.
Exactly.
But I know I've seen it somewhere.
All right. Well,
when I was browsing.
We'll find it.
One day when we're reviewing it.
Exactly, when we're ready. When we're ready to take that step.
Rewatchability.
Rewatchability.
I think once is enough for me. I would watch it again, but I'm not like clamoring to do it.
See, I might watch it again if a friend watches it.
Yeah.
Not too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe in a couple of years, they're like, "Oh, I watched them." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll watch it again."
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's a big maybe still.
Yeah, that's if you remember it or something.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't say it's a forgettable anime. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
about
it's not forgettable.
Just because the premise is so unique.
Yeah, it's not like H2O or something like that.
Exactly. It's not under the half moon looking up
at the half moon.
So I can't even remember the name of the title. We just did it last week. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Change. Okay, what's the change you would make?
The only thing that I could think of is that I wish there was like just a little bit more comedy.
Yeah, drab in spaces too. I got bored a few times watching this anime. Like a lot of still shots, a lot of.
Oh yeah, but you can't really help that too much because of budget.
Well, like you can't. I feel like you can stop it if your writing's good enough.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I don't feel the writing is good enough.
Strong, yeah,
in this anime. I would have liked more of the cinematography to be spread out through the anime instead of just all being front loaded.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Because then it kind of feels like a bait and switch at points.
Oh yeah, like it brings you in with all this nice stuff, but then it gradually
it just starts less and less.
Deflate.
Exactly.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Just spread it out. Spread all the cinematography.
Yeah,
out.
don't
count.
Don't blow your load in the first 4 episodes. Might want to.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Exactly.
But does that saying work here?
No,
I don't think so.
We're just. Don't cry over spilled milk, everybody. Don't.
Okay.
All right, Jay.
Rating.
So the ratings. What would you give this one?
This is like a neutral pick for me.
So
I don't think it's a pass. I think it's just neutral.
Is it a niche recommend? Would you give it a niche recommend or?
I guess,
So okay,
yeah.
so would you recommend? So okay, I was gonna do this over the weekend because I had so much time after finishing the anime.
Yeah.
I want to come up with the rating system just so we have it in front of us.
Okay.
But the beta list I have right now would be like after like a pass, like a soft pass. Would be like a niche recommend, and then light recommend.
Okay.
Hard recommend. So like, would you say this is a niche recommend or a light recommend?
I think a light recommend.
A light recommend. Like, I don't feel like it's niche enough. Like, I feel like a niche recommendation is like Monster Musume. I feel is a niche recommendation,
or something that's like it's so bad it's good.
Yeah, like if you it has to come with a caveat, and I don't think there's any caveat you can slap on
this one.
This one. Like Monster Musume is like, oh, if you love Ichi, like yeah, you should watch it. But if you don't love Ichi, if you can't stand it, don't
watch it.
Don't watch it.
Stay away from it.
Yeah, if it's something that you not even don't stand it, if it's something that you don't like or don't want to see, like don't watch it all.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's a niche. Like only harem fans I feel would really like.
Yeah, would really enjoy it.
This I don't feel like there's any like nicheness to it. You know, like a caveat, like I said earlier, to give to it. So yeah, like a light recommend. Like you should check it out.
Okay.
I would say light recommend.
Yeah.
Maybe right now we can come up with what the
Yeah, we'll jot it down.
yeah, but yeah, I would give it also a light recommendation.
Okay.
All right, Jay. Now that we're done chewing on these hydrangea leaves, what do you have in store for us, Jay? What do the fans have in store for us? Is what I should say, actually.
So we mentioned it in the last podcast, but we got our first request in from Sakura Nitori, and she wants us. Well, I'm assuming it's a girl because Sakura is a girl name, right?
Yeah.
So she wants us to watch my teen romantic comedy Snafu.
Yeah. So this, I'm hoping it's.
Have you seen this one?
Funny. No, I have not seen this one. So.
Yeah, this one's actually on my list, so it'd be nice to cross that one off along with crossing off a fan's recommendation.
Yeah.
And she actually also recommended another one, but we'll do that another time.
Another time. I'm actually excited for that one. That one is on my list.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting. She picked two things that were on both of our lists.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's on my list, but yeah, that's one thing I've had added onto it, and I really. That's also one that's been on my list for years.
Oh,
not
really?
Years, but
so you haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it.
Okay.
So these two picks are blind.
Okay, cool.
So I'm really good. I'm really excited to see what.
Both of them have.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. So. That was the podcast.
Yep.
If you like us, follow us on SoundCloud. Give us a like. Give us a comment on there. I mean, a lot of people don't know you can comment on SoundCloud. You could in the middle comment in the middle of a soundtrack in
the bit.
Yeah, in the bit.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Like, oh, I like this joke right here. You could write that right there.
There you go. Somebody make it their life mission to in every podcast put where the.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Is that in all the tracks?
And follow us on iTunes and give us a high rating on there. It definitely helps us out. Gives us a lot of exposure.
Comments where I see that there is some activity on the iTunes. So
yeah, it's nice to see that.
Go to our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Subscribe
Anime
there.
Cherry Bomb. We're doing a let's play of Hatsuful Boyfriend.
We are nearing
the end of it.
We might finish it today because we only have 3 birds left.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I'm super excited.
We've been having fun with that game.
Look forward to
more visual novels.
Maybe
some RPGs.
Ooh, RPG would be pretty fun too.
Yeah.
I don't know what we would do, but it definitely will be kind of fun.
Well, I was thinking of doing like what is it? Superstar Saga. A lot of people play. Well, I've heard of this, and I thought it was a great idea because Superstar Saga, the Super Mario Superstar Saga. It's 2 characters. It's Mario and Luigi, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, but if you plug 2 GameCube controllers while playing a Game Boy Advance, they both react.
That's tight. That's cool.
So I could play as Mario, and you could play as Luigi. And we'd have to like sync up the attacks and stuff. That
sounds pretty cool.
So that's a neat idea that we could do.
There's a lot of things we could do.
Yeah.
Interestingly, so
even like stuff that's not video game related, we have like a couple of ideas.
I have some ideas cooking in the oven that I've told Jay about before, and I might just start writing scripts out.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited.
So subscribe on there, and give us a comment, give us some recommendations, whatever you feel like.
What are we doing good? What are we doing bad?
Yeah, what can we improve on?
Do you have a something that we can add into our topics?
Oh yeah.
Or something you want to know more about? Just let us know.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys in the next podcast.
All right, later.
Later.